This wasn't like a one-off situation. Hey Dingdongs! So today I'm going to do a story time / watermelon mukbang. And I feel like since I'm eating this watermelon, kind of takes away the seriousness or severity of the story. And I've always wanted to like talk about this. I don't know how. I think I've only told one person about this. I really haven't told anybody, so let's just get right into it. This story is, where do I start? So I think it happened in 2011. I was going to like an occupational school program, like my junior year. So I was like 15 or 16, and I was doing like a nurse assistant program. We had clinicals at a nursing center home in Burien. I don't remember the name of it. I'm pretty sure if I like looked hard enough, I think I could find it. We were at the clinical and we each got like a nurse assistant to shadow around to see like what it's like, you know, working at an old folks home, being a nurse assistant. So we were just, you know, visiting patients' rooms, doing nurse assistant things. My person that I was shadowing or following around was a male nurse assistant. We came into a male patient's room, and it was, I think I was helping him to put the male patient onto like a bedpan because he was pooping. So we were like holding him, and he was pooping while we were holding him. That was interesting. Didn't smell great, but I mean, what are you gonna do? And then I think we went to like another person's room. It was another male, and he needed like a diaper change, I think. And the male nurse that I was with asked me like if I wanted to like try to change his diaper or whatever, and I was like no, because honestly like the old man's you know, his business was out there, and I saw and I was like, oh no, I can't do this. This is too much. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to try. Like, no, it's okay. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So then the male nurse assistant changes his diaper or whatever. We're still in the patient's room, I think, or I don't know where we were. Yeah, I think we were still in the patient's room. And then like he like changed the guy's diaper. I guess he could tell that I was like uncomfortable changing the diaper. I was like, no thanks. So he pulls me over to the way the room is set up. You have the bed, and then there's like a counter with a sink and a mirror. So he's standing next to the sink for like washing hands or whatever. And then he's sitting on top of the counter. And he's like, oh, are you okay? Like, it's all right. You know, kind of like that. Because I guess he could tell that I was just like uncomfortable, you know, with the whole diaper changing situation and like the old man's penis. So I think he like asked me to like sit on the counter with him or whatever, and I was like, okay. And then he like kind of like puts his arm around me and just like starts hugging me, and he's like, oh, like come here, and he's just like patting my back, like rubbing my back. And I like remember like how I felt, and I was just like looking in the mirror like at myself, because his back was facing the mirror. I was facing the mirror, so I could see myself in the mirror, and he was like looking out into the room. And I just like remember like looking at myself, like going like this, like I don't know why you're hugging me, like this is weird. And I just remember like just something about the whole situation, it didn't feel right. Like I didn't feel comfortable. I don't know who this guy was or is, like it just didn't feel right to me. And then like after that, I think it was time to like go to like a news station or something, or like switch nursing aides. But like ever since then, like I never said anything to like anyone, like any of my like whoever was supervising us, I don't remember, our teacher, happened, because I was like, well, like nothing really happened, you know, like it was just a hug. But at the same time, like I'll just never forget like how I felt in that moment. And this is why I'm talking about it now, because like I just never forgot it. Like it just did not sit right with me, and I feel like it could have ended up just in a weird situation. You guys ever like been in a situation where like something almost could have happened but it didn't? I guess this is one of those. And so basically I'm just saying this to say that, you know, that I can't be the only one who has had like a situation or a story like this. So maybe we should talk about stuff like this more often, because we hear about like actual like violations, but what about those close calls, those close encounters, like things that just don't sit right with you? And this was one of those times like I really just felt like super uncomfortable about the whole situation. I was just like, yeah, I don't want to say I was violated, because like it was just a hug. But there's just something about him, the nurse assistant. And then basically, like, yeah, I didn't mention it to anyone. And I was like, oh, God. Like, I don't know. Maybe the guy's heart was in the right place. But I just feel like if you're trying to be comforting or consoling, if that is even what he was doing, like, maybe you should ask, like, hey, is it okay if I give you a hug? Or, like, reach out and touch you? Like, I don't know you like that. Yeah, it was just a little too close and personal for my liking. Thanks for listening. And do you guys have any, tell me like a situation that has happened to you down in the comments. I want to know. And I know like I can't be the only like girl or student like that has happened to. So that's why I'm saying now, I probably should have said something to my teacher or somebody, because just the way that it was set up and everything, the vibes of that I was like getting, I feel like this was probably like a thing with somebody else. I feel like it had to be. This wasn't like a one-off situation. Oh my god. It could have been a one-off situation. Alright, well, that was a fail. I'm done. And the gate. Oh no, the baby's awake. Okay, bye.